Hello and welcome back to Season 11. This is Mutiny Motorsport, and in the box today it is Alex, myself, and beside me...
And Ryan.
Yes! I am so looking forward to this race, Ryan. How is it looking for you? This is race number 7.
It's great. I'm glad to be here joining you. This is going to be an exciting one. I mean, the track we're looking at today is 2 big corners, lots of opportunities for drafting, interesting lines too. Yeah, we've had 6 great races so far. I'm going to be very excited to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, and we had a previous winner here, which was Jeff, but the lap record is Mr. Mouse, and as you can see, 26-1. This is the tightest, shortest track I think we have this entire season. 130 laps, just 2 kilometers. Motorola 150 is upon us, and here's qualifying.
Qualifying saw Debug take a pole, followed by Orange Boy and Rodders in 3rd. Super tight qualifying here all throughout the grid. Nate Delta was in 4th, T-Tar 5th, NDF 6th, John D 7th, Viltech 8th, Garrett in 9th, Artie in 10th, Rickardow in 11th, Shattered.Compass 12th, LeClair 13th, and Cloning 14th. All 14 drivers within about 3/4 of a second.
Yeah, and the first 12 drivers within half of a second, and then I'm like, the first 7 drivers are in 0.2 of a second. Unbelievable.
If qualifying is any judge to go by, I think this is going to be a close race with no clear winner until the end.
Yeah, this is going to be a tight, fast-paced track, and we can already see there is a car in the pit lane, which is Bumble. It's just watching from the pit lane the last couple of races, getting up to speed during the practices, and it's going to be a quick turnaround on this warm-up lap. There is going to be no time to get the tires in order, and Debug with his first... Is this his first pole position? Definitely of the season.
I think it might be. I'd have to go back and check our records. But we're used to seeing him near the top, but this might be his first time starting from pole. Let's see if he has learned enough starting from 2nd, 3rd, 4th to know exactly what to do.
Yeah, and he's got Orange alongside him, who is a bit of a weapon in the ovals, so he's got an experienced chap right alongside him, ready to hound him from the moment of go, and they're coming up to the finish line already. You have seen the whole of the warm-up lap. That's how short this track is.
Coming to the line.
And they are off. This is the beginning of 130 laps around, and Orange straight down the inside, Debug around the outside. Oh, sorry, that's Orange around the outside, straight into first place, and just rockets off. Look at that.
Yeah, Orange super confident on that opening corner. It's so hard to judge with colder tires, and picked an interesting line, and it was working well. Debug falling to 3rd already to Nate Delta.
Yeah, and I was going to say Nate already, and I think I saw someone at the back have a collision. That is John, not in the position he was starting in.
Yeah, we can see someone crawling on the mini-map.
Yeah, you can. Car 14, that is definitely John. And we got Nate Delta in P3, so Debug's come back around in T1, T2. A little bit behind them, we have Viltech and TTR down in 6th and 7th position as they come around to start already lap 5. Oh no, sorry, lap 4. Viltech down the inside. This is really just one sweeping move. TTR around the outside. Viltech loses it. He's sideways.
Oh, such a tricky corner, and there's contact.
Unsurprising. There is a safety car there.
I think that was yellow.
Yeah. Rickardow into the side of him. I think Rickardow has dropped down the field. And Cloning caught in that incident as well, it looks like. Oh, that's a bad one. Orange not letting up right now. He is going to catch the safety car as fast as he can.
Oh, no.
I don't know how I dodged all 5 of those cars, but yeah.
Yeah, I lost the rear, but I don't know how I didn't even touch a wall. I'm like really surprised I have no damage.
Yeah, that's me out.
And a heartbreak there from a bunch of drivers and some surprise from others. Viltech out. That was, he was looking pretty tasty in the midfield there. He said he had a good setup early on. and now all to waste. That's heartbreak. Oh,
At the replay now, we're gonna see how easy it is to make just one little mistake and how costly that can be.
yeah, and we can see at the top there, penalty driving standards, Rickardow disqualified. So I think we're going to have to see his replay. Here we are on board with him right now. He's coming through turn 1 into turn 2. Oh, and he just put his foot absolutely flat to the floor, straight into the side of Viltech, even though there was smoke in front of him. That is probably what the stewards have decided there. And who's this?
That looks like trying to get short-term gains, forgetting about it's a long race.
It is a long race, and there was someone there avoiding everyone. We're on board with Garrett now. As we come through, there he is behind the battle between TTR and Viltech. He just gets a snap of oversteer, and wow, did Garrett do anything there? Used all his luck to avoid his teammate. Oh, and here we go. 10-second penalty for Artie, and for doing exactly that. That's why we saw John at the back of the field on lap 2. Brutal. And here we are looking from the outboard cameras down at John on the inside of Garrett, side by side, and then just, yeah, that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
misjudged it there from Artie.
Yeah. So here we go.
The winners and losers so far. Orange Boys taking first place, up a spot. Debug down 1. Rodders is where he started still. NDF is up from 6th to 4th already.
Yeah.
T-Tar up. No, he's still in 5th. Shattered.Compass, he started in 12th, up to 6th.
Wow.
He's the lucky driver.
Another
so
oval
far.
weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So had good performances earlier this year at Indianapolis, and then in season 6 prior. Also at Indy was a good performance from him.
Yeah.
Behind Shattered is Garrett, who's up from 9th to 7th, so he's found a couple places there in the chaos. Nate Delta, we saw him, he started 4th, saw him battling up as high up as 2nd, now unfortunately down in 8th. LeClair 9th, Artie 10th, and Cloning 11th. Is he on track? Yes, he is.
I think he's still on track, yeah.
Yeah,
so here we go.
We're getting to lapped cars down in Cloning, John D. Viltech.
Yeah, we are indeed. And you can just see John unlapping himself. The safety car has peeled in, and if this is your first time watching us with the Mutiny, welcome along. One of the rules we have here in League Racing is if there's so much of the race left, I think it's about 25% or 10 laps, whichever is the more, you're allowed to unlap yourself if there's a safety car period. So the leader will resume the safety car, will become the safety car, and then the cars at the back, if your lap's down, just to help you get back into the race, you'll be allowed a few laps, give or take, just to kind of catch back up to the lead lap if you can. That's a nice little thing that the Mutiny do there, just to allow everyone really a fighting chance, really, especially if the incident wasn't your fault.
Makes it a little bit more interesting for anyone that, like you said, had some bad luck at the beginning. It's just another reason to keep going and keep driving. If you can stay on the lead lap, there's a lot of racing to go still, and anything could happen. You never know.
Yeah, we still got 120 racing laps to go after this. And Orange is leading the pack. Doesn't look like he's going to peel in this. He's going to stop the unlapping this lap. Very gentlemanly thing to do. Allow them yet another lap. It's only a few. And there we go. Notification pace car in this lap. So Orange will be thinking, well, what will he be thinking there, Ryan? He's got to get the car ready for the next lap, right?
Yeah, he's going to be thinking about warming the tires a little bit. They'll have cooled down driving at safety car speeds for several laps. He's going to be thinking about getting the pack bunched up a little bit, so that way it's not just second who's right behind him, but third will be breathing down second and the next second, and so on and so forth. So he doesn't want to be the only one feeling pressure at the front. So it's a balance of driving fast enough to warm up the tires, but not too fast where you've left some of the pack behind.
Exactly. As John makes his way around.
Thank you, guys.
And a big thank you there from John as Orange. I think he's going to go at the line. He has.
Yep.
He's bolted.
can go
as we
anywhere. The lead driver can take off anywhere from the last corner to the start-finish line, so he left as late as he could.
Yeah, he has. And look at this. We got Nate Delta, the spoiler winner of Indianapolis, having a look, as well as Shattered.Compass. He's thinking, I want to be up at the front here. Get out of my way.
Yeah,
This is where
Shattered
I
is
like to be.
past T-Tar somewhere there in that first lap.
Yeah. And there we go. Up into fourth now. Shattered past Rodders. So, man on a mission. Got his tyres in the right window quick enough. Felt confident in the car to push early enough. 2 valuable skills on the restart there. As TTR takes the inside line. And I think that's going to be Nate around the outside. As they come to start lap 15.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing about this track. It's just the different lines that are
Got
favored.
some balls on him.
They must be talking about the front. That was Debug saying Orange has some balls. And around an oval course, he is, like we have said, a weapon. Don't want to mess with him.
Top 2 are glued together at the moment.
Yeah, look at that.
See them on the mini-map.
Like a 100th of a second. That is nothing. That is absolutely nothing. Oh, and there's another full course yellow. What has happened there? We have not caught that on screen. But Orange and Debug were glued together. I don't think it was an incident between them. Car number 11 is stopped. So who's this? Lap 16. Oh, that looks like cloning there. On the exit of turn 4 onto the start-finish straight. Oh, yeah. That's going to cause some big damage. You can't even get the car straight. Tough crack for cloning there. It is going to be a long old way to the pits, even from that position right there. He's still trying to get his car there, reset. See if we can get that going. He is struggling right now. There we go. A little bit of a moment there to get his car. Wow.
Ooh, there's something very wrong with the steering on that car. No surprise after the collision.
That is it. That is exactly it. And yeah, here he goes. Wait till the pack went past. And he's trying. And look at the angle of the steering on his car. And that is just to try and get it in a straight line as we join the safety car. So it's Orange ahead of Debug and NDF up into third. Shattered.Compass fourth. Rodders down to fifth. Nate Delta up in sixth. TTR seventh. Garrett eighth. LeClair ninth. Artie in 10th. And John, who is still a lap behind, or maybe even 2 laps behind, in 11th place. Cloning now just falling.
I kept forcing you to the bottom in turns 1 and 2 because I'm like, the top is better. Like, I want to run the top.
See, my car's really destabilised at the top.
Don't tell him that. He's going to force you to the top now.
Oh, shit!
They have the drivers having a chat amongst themselves, and Debug giving away why you would do that, why you would give away where your car feels destabilized. Wow, honesty from Debug there. I don't think I'd be doing it if I was on the track.
I think that shows how close these races are. They just trust each other and are very friendly, maybe a little too much.
Yeah. Just to say, I don't think we ever saw comments like that between Peter and TTAR when they're battling at the front.
No, that would be after the race you do that.
Yeah, you might give away a little secret afterwards, you're right. Just, oh, I struggled here, by the way. They'd be like, oh, that made sense.
All right. Oh, I was doing this. You weren't?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great place to learn as well, especially after the race. In the Mutiny, sometimes setups are shared after the race about what we were doing with the cars. And some people, a little light bulb turns on. Sometimes it's a comment or two in the post-race chat. Just helps everyone, just nudge everyone along a little bit. The information flows freely. And that looks like John is going to unlap himself again, try and catch up to the lead lap. Looks like he's just 2 laps behind. We are already at lap 21, so just 110 laps left to go in this race. It is flying by, and as you can see with John driving, the laps are quick, as Cloning's still struggling to get back to the pits. So the last of the runners right now, which should mean, if I'm not mistaken, should get points if he hangs on in there. If he can just keep this car going to the ends, yeah, he will get points. 1 championship point is out there for him. It is never worth quitting. John now just 30 seconds behind the leader, going at full speed. Pace car is in this lap, so he's going to catch them pretty quickly. Probably going about 100 kilometers an hour versus John's. Wow, he's got to be reaching almost 300 down this back straight. So yet another restart ahead of Orange. He held on to the last one, but Debug was fighting him the whole way. Oh, that's painful to watch, but you gotta say, like, look at that grit from Cloning there. The patience to get the car back. Orange goes again as he crosses the line. He waits till the last second. Yet again, and we have NDF up the inside, and around the outside goes Shattered. Wow! Again, the confidence, just like the restarts at Indy.
Touching the wall a little bit there too, maybe too confident.
Back on board with TTAR, down into 7th place, and Nate just ahead of him, who is looking at Rodders going, oh, you know what, I think I can have him down to turn 1. Let's have a look here. Good exit speed.
Looks like he's going to be on the low line there as we go back to Artie.
Yeah, it's a 10-second penalty for Artie, so as long as he can stay within the pack, he might find himself climbing up if other people get penalties too. And that is Debug ahead of Orange. It has happened lap 24. And look at that. He is going down the inside. Orange gets his outside line. Orange can't force him yet to the outside where Debug feels more stable. He's going to tuck him right underneath his rear wing as they come round turn 3 and 4. Oh, was that a bit of a lift there from Orange?
It was. I think Orange is probably planning out exactly where he wants to be and make this overtake a little bit too close for the plan as he was going into turn 3 there.
Yeah, could he be thinking about saving fuel already? There's a couple of safety cars, so surely fuel strategy is just full blast now. You've got to imagine.
Yeah, I think your fuel strategy is out the window from wherever you started the race with.
Yeah. That is right. Artie up to P9, so ahead of LeClair. TTR up to P6, so Rodders down. Rodders is falling down at the moment. Gotta wonder if he didn't get his tyres in the window, lost confidence, or maybe just being overtaken has taken him offline just a little bit. Just dropped him back into the pack.
There's also the barriers are always close here, as we saw Garrett O'Brien rushing them. You know, perhaps Rodders picked up a tiny bit of damage. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
No way to know.
There is no way to know. He hasn't come on the radio complaining of any damage, and there is Garrett there now, having a look down the inside of Rodders into turn 1, which merges into turn 2. He's still got the inside line. Rodders round the outside. Looking comfortable though. Garrett now has a great exit. He's still going to tuck in under the rear wing. Is he going to think about it? He's taking a nice tight line. He must really like that. And coming out onto the main straight. That is a lap, so that is how quick it's going. These drivers, there is no time to rest here. The starts aren't even that long really. They're straight, sorry.
No, hardly long enough to pick up a toe and make a pass with that. So you have to have it set up already on the exit.
Exactly that. And there's a little bit of a queue behind Nate here. Nate 4 seconds now from NDF, which is about, oh, we can see almost a quarter of the lap. Maybe just a fraction less. Nate in 5th, TTR just behind him, and then Rod is behind that, and Garrett O'Brien just behind that. It's maybe a little bit of like a, not quite a DRS train, but a drag train. Maybe a little bit tough to get the move done. There's no clear advantage to the car ahead. As we go on board with Shattered.Compass, who's now joined that front-running party quite easily. And now set very comfortably behind Orange, who is a second and a half behind Debug.
Yeah, just looking at lap times, the top guys are doing about 25. Shattered.Compass 24.9.
Yeah, wow, that is a lap.
And then behind them, 25s, 26s. Lap times are slowly coming down, and the Shattered is making a move right now. Actually,
He is. He is indeed. It's not
he
quite
wanted
done.
to.
He wanted to, and is he going to do it? He is tucked right up in that rear wing, but you were saying his 24.9 is only 8/10 off pole position time, so with a tank that has done 20 laps or so, 30 laps, that is impressive. That is very impressive pace there. He is foot mashed through the pedal to the other side, trying to come out the end of the monocoque.
But Orange still has that high line that he likes, and Shatter's not doing enough to take the place from him.
Yeah, Orange really enjoying that high line. And again, Orange has responded 24.8. Debug's responded 24.9. Shattered 24.9. So that's what the pace you've got to have be up front. And Shattered looks like he has it on the exit there, down into turn 3. Who's going to be the last of the late lifters? It is Shattered. Orange really, really wide. And it hasn't worked out for him, but will it on the exit? Oh, and Shattered.Compass comes across. Yeah.
Left enough space, though, and didn't give Orange the high line.
If you're squeezing Orange, you're going to make orange juice. And he has not. Oh, he has been squeezed enough to give up that position. And NDF, is that? Oh, that's NDF, yeah, right behind them.
Yeah.
So where is Debug? Debug's in the pit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a heart attack there. Where did Debug go? He was leading so confidently. Oh, as NDF comes through as well. Orange maybe a little bit shaken by that. 25.5.
Maybe Orange is not quite used to the dirty air as much. Spent some time in the front, some time in dirty air, but was performing better on the defense instead of on the attack.
Yeah, and I think that's Orange's practice was mostly done running in circles alone, which you develop a car just that, feels better in clean air. So we know that TTR and Orange are teammates. So if Orange has been struggling in dirty air, maybe TTR is too.
Oh, that was Orange Boy getting past NDF.
Yeah, it was. What happened to NDF there? 26.7. So a moment there for NDF for sure. And Shattered.Compass looks very comfortable now out in front. 2.5 lead. That's about as big as we've seen from anyone.
We'll have to see where he comes out when he pits compared to Debug.
Yeah, Debug in 9th. And if you have a look on the screen, number 1, that is Orange. Oh, that is Orange. So Shattered.Compass coming into the pits. NDF in the pits. So maybe fueled a fraction lighter.
Maybe this was what Orange was lifting for, just to get that extra lap at the empty tank type of speeds.
Yeah, that is true. Get the undercut working. So this is Rodders in P4. It's still Nate ahead of TTR, ahead of Rodders. Remember, they were 5, 6, 7 earlier on in the race.
Orange Boy goes to pit. Let's see where he comes out in comparison to the others.
Yeah, so where is Debug? Still in 9th place. He's fighting Shattered. I think Shattered's come out ahead of him, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and NDF ahead of Shattered.
Wow, so undercut did not work for Debug there. And then we have Nate Delta entering the pits, Orange entering the pits. So TTR and Rodders and TTR and Rodders going longer than everyone else is Shattered. P7, that is NDF in front of him. Down the inside, full tank of fuel, some fresh boots, saying, yeah, that feels pretty good, thank you very much. And that is Orange just exiting just behind them, so losing out.
NDF looked like he had a good toe, but not enough before Shattered closes the door.
No, not enough. This is a tight track. There are lots of tricks here. Got it. Turn 1 is really the only spot where you want to be super careful. The exit of turn 2 can spit you into the wall. We've already seen that. NDF, great toe there. Lifting into turn 3. Maybe saving the tyres a little bit. The tyres an issue around here, right?
Yeah, a good amount. I mean, at the end of your stint, your front right is going to be not giving you exactly everything you want. NDF, though, will have great tires at the moment. Same with Shattered, as they're fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah, this is a battle. Maybe this is a battle Orange wants to see, having seen the two guys that he's fighting with have a battle just in front of him. They're using more fuel. They're using more tires. Wow, is NDF close to the wall there? As Shattered.Compass takes the inside line, NDF, that's the defensive inside line. That's not usually the line you want to take going into turn one. And you can see on the exit there what a difference it made on the exit speed. NDF down the inside, just a 1/10 and a half away from Shattered, has still not got the move done.
Yeah, we've seen that inside line for attack, for defense. Oh, wait.
Where's Shattered.Compass?
Where's Shattered? Oh, no.
Oh, no. Was that a collision there?
That was.
Straight on that. And look at Orange taking full advantage there, just being like, thank you very much, you two. I'll take that. Back in the lead, thank you very much, where I was fastest. 5-second penalty there for NDF. As NDF is not giving up. So here we go. Instant replay. Yeah. Down the inside. Just understeers and Shattered. You can see Shattered just having to just try and correct the car, but no bueno there. Shattered.Compass managed to keep it relatively in a straight line, but there you see it. And quick hands there did not save the car. The contact was just too much, and then there's got to be damage hitting the wall at that speed.
Yeah, look at that steering wheel off at an angle.
Yeah, that is front right to rear left collision. That is on NDF's plate for sure.
Yeah.
And Shattered has to deal with the consequences there.
Could definitely see some space on the inside for NDF to use, but yeah, it's just a little mistake like that can have big consequences. So I think close racing is probably why that stewards decided 5 seconds was fair.
Yeah, even though it might cost Shattered a lot more than just 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I think time to get to the pits, time to get it changed. As we go back on board, NDF is trying to scamper off into the lead, maybe to try and get rid of that 5-second penalty. Orange just falling into the clutches of Debug, who's been on those tyres now a few laps longer. He pitted the first. He was the first of the leaders to pit.
He would have the least fuel at the moment, though, so could be able to catch up and go faster with that.
That is probably very true. He has burnt off more fuel as we approach lap 50. This is lap 49. We're almost halfway already. That's how fast this race is going. And just less than 2/10 in it. Oh, as Garrett O'Brien is in the wall.
That looks like a big one. There's no rear wing on that car.
Whoa.
There's a Code Brown moment there for the car, I think.
That was.
Hey, oh, Garrett, whoa!
As we hear in there, on board. This looks like on board with TTR. They're both in the yellow cars, and there we go. Garrett reversing out of the track because he was on the racing line. TTR was already on the low line, and had to take evasive action.
Yeah, using all the infield runoff there.
Yeah, no harm, no foul though. That could have been a huge shunt though, and it did cause a safety car enough. It looks like maybe the rear wing being on the track caused it. Maybe there was another incident. And this is going to shake up the order a little bit. There were some that pitted, some that didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I actually think everyone had pitted, sorry. But it might help Debug extend just a few more laps. So, lap 51, NDF ahead of Orange, Debug, Nate Delta, Rodders, TTR, RT.
Gosh, the dirty air is so bad. Like, leading is so nice, and then something gets past me, it's just...
What were we saying?
That earlier. You called it earlier. Look at that. We're not just all voices here in the commentary box. We are some brains too. And Garrett O'Brien with a lengthy repair ahead of him. a rear wing is quite costly. You got to stay at least a couple of minutes in the pits.
Yeah, and usually the pit lane's closed in the first couple laps of the safety car, so that's going to be an instance of Garrett, maybe he's not able to make it around otherwise, so he's going to have to take the penalty just in order to keep on racing.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right. It's usually about 20 seconds for entering a closed pit lane. He may have gotten there just before. Probably not. And the pit lane must be open now because there is a stream of cars. That is Artie and John and Nate.
Yeah,
all entering the pits.
He'll be the first one back on track with that group.
Yeah, this is a cheap option here, these pit stops. You got to think right now they're probably mostly mid fuel. So they might be thinking, if I just extend now, maybe I have a light car for a while, but then if I pit, it's under a false, speed stop, lose more time.
Well, at the rate we've seen safety cars so far, they could just be betting on another one in the future.
This is true. This is true. So lap 54. It's still NDF, Orange, Debug, Rodders. They are your top four. Nate Delta pitted from, I think it was ahead of TTAR and is just behind. So that stop cost him one spot. And now he's got fresh boots, full tank, car's feeling happy. And he's back onto the back of the pack.
Yeah, so those who stayed out are, is that NDF, Orange, Debug, Rodders,
TTR. Yeah,
so they've lost out. That was made a mistake, I think. They'll be having a chat with their lead strategists after the race.
Yeah, and it looks like, so safety car is built in. We're going to allow lapped cars back as we see Shattered.Compass 11th position, a few laps down. He's going to try and catch up as many laps as possible. And who is that? That looks like LeClair in 9th place. LeClair looks like he's just one lap down. Garrett O'Brien out of the pits now. Looks like he's maybe 3 or 4 laps down. And Shattered.Compass another lap on top of that. So they are absolutely giving it the gas right now to try and catch back up. It's that lead lap. Does look like there's points all the way down. So if you're in the race, you're getting points. This has been action-packed so far. Oh.
Yeah, hardly have time to, add some description or some color before something else happens, and we have to jump to that. Speaking of which, pace car in this lap. That's racing resuming, I believe.
That is racing.
Yes.
Yeah, that will be, who has taken, NDF has taken the pace car. So yeah, he will resume racing this lap. So we do have to say, TTR down in 5th place. He could win the title today. It is unsure. What is he? I'm looking back at the point standings here. 33 points ahead of Nate. So I think he'd need to extend that. Oh, it's hard to say, but he'd need to extend that just a little bit more. And he might be able to grab the title today. It's a small might though. But from 5th place, anything is possible. And it looks like the racing has gone green. And NDF already being hounded by Orange, who's round the outside. Remember, they have not stopped yet. So these guys at the front, lighter cars than all 6th place and backwards. Maybe slightly more worn tyres though, as Orange round the outside, down the start-finish straight, pulling away, got the clean air that he wanted. What a move. What a move. Orange, Debug, NDF, Shattered.Compass, who's unfortunately still a few laps down. They look so strong today in this race.
Also looking strong is Artie. This is his first visit to this track. First year in the Mutiny, I believe, first season.
Yeah.
So put on a good show so far.
He is putting on one cracking show. Beginning of the season, kind of incident strewn, and he did have an incident in this race. So if we're going to look at the scorecard of Artie, it's just keep it clean. Got a bit unlucky at the beginning as NDF is thinking about it down the inside. But these cars are super tricky.
Yeah, tough season to make a debut in, I would say.
Yeah. really is. These cars, so much power, so little grip, and it is quite hard to believe how little grip they have until you drive them. And NDF nose down the inside, dives in.
Is it going to be enough? Orange
Is
has
it?
a lot of speed on the outside.
He does.
It looks.
Oh, that is neck and neck. I don't want to call that a Debug. What's Debug thinking there from third position?
Please crash, please crash, please crash.
That's what I'd be thinking too. I would just, you just want them to crash. You don't want them to be hurt. You don't want to, direct drive wheel to snap your wrist or anything, but you just want them to have a little spin, don't you?
And just a gentle spin off of turn 2. That's all he's asking for. Is that too much?
Is that too much? Probably not. So we're not seeing the lap times that we saw earlier just quite yet. Low 25s to be a front runner right now, but it almost looks like everyone's in the 25s. So pace is strong out there.
Ooh, was that a mistake from
the moment?
Yeah.
That sounded like a save, if anything, with a relief woo in there. And Rodders P4 right behind his teammate Debug. Gotta say, strong season from Rodders. Not been able to attend all the races, but there's a driver in there that you just have a feeling. If you got the sniff of like a few wins would really hound it. And you almost got a win in Brazil very early this season. Oh, and that's John and Artie in positions reversed from lap 2, and maybe John was thinking, do you know what? After the tap you gave me.
That looks very close. I was worried. I took a breath. I thought it was going to happen again.
Yeah, as we see NDF just as close. And yeah, Orange loving that wide line. Oh!
Whoa!
A little damage.
Oh,
A little bit of
Orange,
damage.
no! That's going to cost him. How little is little?
It's already costing him, yeah.
Yeah. And is that just the momentum, or is that the damage? And P4 already for what was looking like such a strong drive. Orange, probably the most decorated driver without a win in the Mutiny, was looking good, and that's going to be a pit stop. That sounds about right, though, because he didn't pit earlier, so maybe he's just going, you know what, I'll take my fuel early. Oh, and there's a full course yellow.
Something else. Who is that? Do I see a car slow on the mini-map?
9. Nate.
Oh, bro, that was a massive snap. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, we see wings.
That is Nate. He had a save earlier.
Oh, I was on the pit lane and pit entry was closed. I'm going to get a 20-second penalty. I'd already committed.
Heartbreak. Orange did everything right there. Just a small tap on the wall. And then comes into the pit lane at the same time the safety car comes out. That is racing, unfortunately. That is racing.
This is the kind of race where if Orange didn't have bad luck, you have no luck at all.
Yeah. It's a slow-mo on board with Nate, and yeah, wow, what a snap that really was.
Ooh, no one around to cause it, just a random snap in turn 2.
That was it. And it was the front wing that went, maybe a little bit faster to repair.
It was both wings, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was both.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, we did see another rear wing on track. You're all right. And NDF, that looks like NDF has overshot his pit box. Happens to the best of us. So Debug up into the top spot with Rodders and TTAR. How this race has turned around. How the turns have tabled. And TTR and someone else there going into the pits. Was that Debug as well going into the pits? Hard to say. Yeah. Nextel. That is Debug's car. Powered by that Mercedes engine, and TTR not even bothering to go around him, just the spot ahead. And wow, what an absolutely mayhem in the pits. Artie, LeClair, TTR, Debug, Garrett, Nate for repairs, and Shattered.Compass there. All into the pits.
It's going to leave Rodders, John D, and NDF as the top 3 when we go to race again.
Yeah, I wonder if some of these guys can catch up. They might be allowed back around. Safety car is coming around the start-finish, onto the start-finish straight. Most of those drivers, it looks like they have come out of the pits. You can see them on the little track map there on your top right-hand side of your screen. Coming out of the pits, onto the back straight to join the back of the pack. So who's on the lead lap? It looks like everyone down to Garrett is on the lead lap. Garrett looks like he's 2 laps down, Shattered maybe 3. Nick Delta now with that big snap and lots of crash damage, dropping and dropping and dropping, and then cloning. Viltech, Ardoit, and Bumblebee are your retirees this race. Wow, this is turned upside down. Lap 71. Rod is leading the field. I wonder if he thought he'd be doing that today. Had a strong showing in qualifying though, didn't he?
That's right, he did. Yeah, tough quality. Tough quality, like we said, but shows just how close the race is.
It does. We haven't even talked about the weather today. It's dry and sunny. Something we haven't seen the most of this season in the Mutiny. Track temperature 46, which is pretty hot.
Say it's perfect weather for racing.
Yeah. Nice and grippy tires. 26 degrees Celsius. If you're in the crowd, wear your shorts, wear a t-shirt, have a drink, have a hot dog. Why not? Got some fine motor racing ahead of us. Shattered.Compass here. Is he unlapping himself yet? Oh.
Yeah, my strategy's all over the place now. I'm just meeting up as I go along.
Yeah, and you called that earlier as well, Rodders. So he's leading right now, and he doesn't even know what his strategy is. He's probably about, we're about halfway through this race. Maybe just a little bit over.
Yeah, that's about right. And I think, with so much chaos at this point, trying to figure out a strategy from here on out is going to be like taking a guess at fog.
Yeah. It's like throwing a dart into the wind and just hoping it doesn't come back at you. Just like, yeah, let's see if this sticks. So let's see if anyone's unlapped themselves. Garrett O'Brien has unlapped himself. He is back on the lead lap. Welcome, Garrett. Started in 9th from qualifying, I believe, and is back up to 9th. That is a net 0. And Shattered.Compass maybe can get back on the lead lap. Maybe. Looks like he's hustling there in car number 10. No, the race has gone green. He's not going to get that lap back. So Rodders, is he going to be protected by his teammate John here from NDF? Or is he going to be hounded? Is John looking for his 2nd win in the Mutiny? Oh, John with some great defensive driving there against NDF, and that's TTR up into the inside of NDF. Down the insides. Is he going to push NDF wide? Is he going to give him the space? Plenty of space there. And look who's in 5th place. Look at him. Debug. What a race he is having. Kept his nose clean. Got his teammates out in front. Maybe they can help him a little bit here. NDF down the inside of TTAR. Oh, it's tighter this time. Bit more squeeze from TTAR. NDF just can't make it work. I've got to wonder if NDF's maybe running a bit more drag here. A bit more wing.
It's tough to say. I mean, he's getting some very good exits and not making quick enough progress.
So it doesn't look like John's backing up the pack. It looks like John is out there. Maybe a close rear gunner. And this pack now, TTR in 3rd, NDF in 4th, Debug in 5th, going down the inside. This is the battling you kind of want to see all through racing here. Oh, who's that on the outside?
I think it was Artie into the wall in the background.
See, we've seen so much damage there, even if it's just minor. Oh,
And orange.
And look at that. TTR giving his teammate the spot, going, I won't fight you. I won't fight you. Orange has helped TTR enough. This race won't be super valuable here. He's got 2 more races to gain just a small amount of points, and it's looking like he's the championship favourite. He knows his teammate has the pace. Orange's car should be nicely repaired as well on a lead lap. And after that, thankfully, that little incident only 2 seconds from the lead. It is still all to play for in the last 50 laps or so. Wow, what overspeed he had coming into the corner against John there.
Yeah, he's got something special. That's where he's finding his times, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like his entry and exit speeds are good. He must be running more downforce. That would make complete sense why he's so confident. Wouldn't make sense why he understeered into Shattered.Compass earlier this race, but look at that compared to John. I know he's taking the wider line, goes around the outside. Oh, that is huge.
Oh.
More contact.
That's John D sideways into the wall,
yeah.
Sure.
That is crabbing. Oh no, John was playing such a good job there. In second place. Shattered.Compass back into the pits. That feels a bit early. He only pitted just recently. Didn't he? During the last safety car.
I can't figure that one out.
So we got Debug now fending off NDF. There, your front 2. Oh, and NDF into the wall as well. Oh,
another victim.
Wide. Another victim of these outside walls. There was no time to think.
Oh no. Little tappy tap.
And it looks like Debug has done what Orange did just, I would say, like 20 laps earlier maybe. And Orange would have seen that from that 3rd place position.
He's got a good view.
Thinking, yes, that's what happened to me, but there was a safety car that kind of, well, it saved and hurt Orange. Remember, he came into the pits while the pit was closed. He gave him a 20-second penalty. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. But it is NDF into the lead, lap 85. Debug in second. Oh, look at that. Debug is like, actually, maybe the damage wasn't so bad. I'm going to take back first, thank you very much.
We've just knocked off that downforce that he didn't need.
Yeah, maybe so. As Orange is now thinking, yeah, thank you very much. Or maybe this is to do with NDF's little rub against the wall as well. So both of his rivals in this race have had a rub against the wall, but they have not pitted since Orange has done his. Orange might be thinking this is good for him.
Yeah, I definitely have damage.
Oh no, Debug. It's cost him. So Orange into the lead. It's about as good as it can get.
Just barely though, despite the damage.
Yeah, despite the damage, he is still being hounded. Wow. Debug is not going down without a fight, is he?
Maybe Debug's playing some mind games. Oh, don't worry about me, I have damage. Meanwhile.
Well, he was very honest earlier. Maybe he's being very deceptive right now. Is that within Debug's character? Is this a new kind of Debug we're seeing? Is this a Debug that really plants the virus in your mind? We will find out. Debug down the inside. Orange still loves that wider line. Has not done the dirty on Debug and forced him out wide. Orange must love that wide line too much. This is a fantastic battle for first place. It's been scrappy, for sure. Debug's still doing it. And Debug must be running less aero. Look at the straight speed he has. As Orange again goes round the outside and just keeps his minimum apex speed so much higher.
Yeah, it's hard to attack that when you think that you're ahead, and then out of nowhere around the outside with a steel chair.
Out comes Orange from the top right with the steel chair.
Yeah.
That's his defensive move, and it's working miraculously every single lap. And Debug doesn't see it coming, but he is seeing the wall.
Yep, there we go.
There we go,
Yeah.
Debug. That one too many chairs to the face. And the damage has got him, and now he's definitely got damage from that contact. And look at that, Orange ahead of NDF, ahead of TTR, and Debug is just crawling back to the pits. Quite slowly, really. That is painful to watch. So after like 92 laps, I don't know how many changes for the lead we've had. More than I would ever care to say. Probably our most exciting front-running race in the Mutiny, you've got to say, from front runners being up front, not being up front. This is the kind of racing that ovals produce.
Yeah, it's not just the number of lead changes, but it's the number of drivers who have been in that spot too. It's more than just two back and forth. We've had maybe 4 or 5 at least. Had
At
Orange,
least.
NDF, Debug, Rodders, I believe, Shattered at one point.
Shattered, yeah.
Yeah.
So at least 5 we can count. Did TTR lead at one point? I think when everyone came into the pits, maybe TTR was out front, or maybe it was Nate. I think they were coming into the pits around the time after all the leaders had. So right at the moment, it is Orange feeling good in the car. Lap 94, 2.5 seconds ahead of NDF, who is a second and a bit ahead of TTAR, who's unexpectedly riding higher than we thought maybe.
Yeah, TTR, started 5th, is now 3rd. Lots happened in between now and then.
Yeah, in fact, when you think about it though, what's happened really, Debug clipped the wall. He was in front of him. Nate Delta hit the wall. He was in front of him. So maybe just a clean race here, helping as NDF enters the pit. Oh, that looks way too quick.
No, I think the pit lane speed limiter is back where that light and that cone was. So just a bit of a misjudgment, and did need to slow down more, and that panicked a little bit and locked up. So we'll see. I don't think that would be too bad.
And look at this, Orange lap 97 now with his closest rival NDF and Debug in the pits. The person behind him is exactly who he wants it to be. It's his teammate TTAR, but can't hold a candle to him really. A 25.3 to a 25.8. And nowhere near his pace right now. If you're going to want someone right behind you, it's going to be a teammate. Rodders had John there as a bit of a guard. And now Orange has TTAR there. NDF, 3rd position, even after that. Still in the hunt, but he is a lap down. Wow, only the front 2 on the lead lap. Orange comes into the pits.
And my pit limiter didn't engage, lovely.
Oh, Orange. What did you say about his luck earlier?
If he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all.
And that will be another, surely that's got to be another 10 seconds if his pit limiter wasn't working. That's going to be 30 seconds now against him. As TTR comes into the lead to start lap 100. And there we go, the stewards have decided. I don't think we've seen all the stewards' decisions today. There have been so many. Right now, it looks like John is coming through. That's unlapping himself, John. He's several laps behind. TTR finding no point defending that. And as well, Garrett O'Brien also a lap behind. So TTR may not find the need to fight these guys too hard and may just let them through. It looks like he's running very long here.
We are getting to the point where a safety car might mean that drivers laps down may no longer be able to unlap themselves. So you don't have to worry about them kind of coming up behind you, surprising you after the next safety car. That's the case.
That is very right indeed. So yeah, we're coming up what would be 25% of 130. I think we're in that now. Or if not very, very close. And yeah, TTR lets through Garrett. Thinking I'd rather maybe just save some fuel behind you. He has gone much longer than everyone else we have seen this race. I think he's only stopped twice. And Orange out into second position, 1 second and a bit ahead of his rival NDF in this race. There is NDF coming around the back. Just getting past Nate. He knows his teammate will be pitting at some point, but there is 30 seconds between them as TTR goes into the pits. This is the moment. This race is going to shake out quite nicely as we come into the last 20, 30 laps. And Shattered.Compass in the pits again. 5 minutes behind. What has happened with Shattered.Compass races? He was leading.
Seems like a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, well, what did he say in Laguna Seca? This whole season can go in the trash. And that looks like where he has put it. And not through his fault of his own here. Most of that started with a collision with NDF.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happened after that, though. I didn't think he was involved in any collisions beyond that, so some of it could be up to him.
May well be. Maybe a lapse of concentration. It is extremely tough, this track. We've seen how many cars it is claimed, how many suspensions. Oh, and Orange having to get a bunch of dirty understeer there. I think that's Debug ahead of him. A lapped car. Just almost understeering into the exit of turn 2 there as Nate is still in the pits. Look at that gap climb. It's over 100 seconds now to the car in front. Which is
well,
Debug.
Laps.
Yeah. And I'd say Orange's lead growing just a little bit. He's 2 seconds now ahead of NDF, but that won't be enough for his penalties. Rumors has it NDF might have some other penalties we have not seen yet. And Orange round the outside. Debug goes and is gracious enough to say, yeah, you are the leader. I will give that spot to you. And now 2.5 seconds and growing. He might want, you know what? He might want team radio.
Well, the game just screwed me on my pit strategy. I gotta get back in again.
Oh, look at that.
I wonder if they forgot tires or forgot fuel, not enough fuel. What was that?
Yeah, we don't know, but it's happened before this season, and it will happen again. We've seen it. Drivers driving through the pits, then the team not being ready, drivers coming through the pits, only getting one of the 2 things they need. Brings it right back to the 90s, doesn't it? Rodders P3, that's where he qualified, 1.6 tenths off pole position, and right now after 105 laps, just 3 or 4 seconds from the lead. Wow, is Rodders having a strong race here again. This is a podium on the cards waiting to happen, and it looks like he's closing in NDF pretty handily right now. Look at that.
Yeah, you can see, just visually gaining rapidly on that straight. See if he can keep that up.
Yeah, and that's a real motivator, isn't it? Just seeing the car you're fighting, just edging ever so slightly closer towards you every single turn, and that is quite a rate of knots.
NDF has learned from Orange a bit, taking that high line for defense.
Yes, Rod is down the inside. Is it going to work, or is this another top rope chair to the face? And it is. Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's the biggest one so far.
That
well,
is.
Yeah, my car just hit something and took off. I don't know what I hit. I've just went off the track. I've dropped out. I was upside down.
yeah, he turned his car into an airplane.
Yeah, he did. And that looks like the safety car is thinking about it. Has
Be
it hasn't
surprised.
made an appearance.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not out already.
Yeah, you can't see it moving on the little track map. It is still sat stationary, right where you can see the grey line in the infield section there. And there we go.
There it
It is
is.
moving. Was that for the same incident? Or was that a different incident?
I'm gonna have to stop and take the penalty. I'm running out of gas.
Oh, and Garrett. Oh, heartbreaking, considering he made it all the way up into fifth position, really. And what caused this safety car? Oh, it looks like it was Nate. Slow-mo again. And almost a mirror crash of last time.
I was gonna say that, very similar. Just got swapped around the wrong way. It goes into the barrier.
Yeah, look at that rear wing just bouncing across the track. Oh, Nate. From such highs in Indianapolis and in Road America to this is quite a low.
So going back to Rodders' crash, I think he must have retired to the pits so fast that the safety car was not able to come out.
Yeah, I think he did. I think you're right there, because he was upside down for a little bit. We only saw 1 or 2 cars past him, I believe, and then thought, you know what, I'm done. You can reset if you're new to Automobilista 2. The R button on your keyboard is default for resetting your car to the right way round, at least, so that at least it's on all 4 wheels on the track. Is a super helpful tool. Sometimes you can, well, all the time, if you want to, you can bind that button to something else. But he chose to just retire the car instead.
And we do allow it in the Mutiny. That is something you can choose for leagues to not allow. But we always hope for cars to finish rather than not. So that's one option for drivers when they get in trouble.
Exactly that. You'd rather see a driver finish. You know, if you're thinking about this realistically with league racing, what have you got? You've got like a week to practice for the race that's coming up ahead, maybe 2 weeks.
During which time you've got a full-time job, maybe family.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're able to practice straight for a week.
No, but you've got the timer. If you wanted, you could put in some time and some effort, and then maybe leading up to the race, if you got an hour or so before the race, you can at least practice. And it would be disappointing if, you know, lap 2 someone touches you and that's it. Race is over, right?
Yeah, put all that effort in for something that potentially is out of your control.
Yeah. And then at least you get to go and do the majority of the race. Oh, so this was quick. There is no unlapping today. Pace car is in this lap, and I think they're actually going to have the pace car drop in. So who is on the lead lap right now? It is Orange, TTR, NDF. That is it. And Orange with his teammate is back up here. So will TTR back up the pack here? And Orange is gone. That looks like lap 118 as we restart. It is Orange, followed by TTR, NDF, and then in race 2, a couple of laps back, we have Garrett O'Brien and Artie. In race 3, we have John D and Debug, and then everyone from Rodders down. You gotta say is too many laps back here. So there's a couple of mini races going on right now. And the most important race, the race for the winner. There are 3 people in the title fight. There are 3 people in the fight for that.
Oh, right in my wing. Oh no, I've got no control. I'm on the back straight.
Oh, Shattered.Compass. Ouch. And
it's a bad day for Shattered.
We're down to the last 10 laps here. And there is a safety car. And Orange has a ton of penalties.
No! Peter, that was beautiful, buddy.
Yeah.
It felt like Sylvester Stallone in Driven when he dodges the manhole cover.
Oh, so TTR did back up the pack a little bit. Backed up NDF. And it got to about 7 seconds in just a few laps. So quite powerful there. As Nate leaves the pits. And this is Shattered.Compass. Exit of turn 2, as always. Oh, and just
It's like an understeer moment. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and then rear, just to add damage, just hits the infield wall and then careers across the track. And there's TTR going in front of him, just like, oh wow, was that close with Garrett O'Brien there, just in front of his front wing. So the pack is much closer now. Shuffled the order just a little bit. You got Orange, TTR, NDF, Garrett O'Brien, RT, who are on the same lap. Oh, and RT and Garrett O'Brien swapping again. RT ahead. And then John D versus Debug. LeClair on his own in 8th. And then Rodders and Shattered.Compass. Well, Rodders is out. Shattered.Compass still going. Just looks like he's repairing his car. Nate Delta in 11th. And that is it right now for those that are still on the track.
You know, the last time we visited an oval, that was Indy, and the winner, or I should say the person that crossed the line first had a penalty that made the next guy the winner. Yeah. So I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here.
Yeah, there are penalties.
Orange, I'm going to need the laps of your life. Yeah, we'll see what we can do here.
Pace car in this lap. It's hard to read. It looks like 123 laps. They're going to have like 6 racing laps. What are they going to need? Like 5-10 seconds to give to Orange?
I don't know how you can do that. The lap is only about 25.
I think you're good though, Debug. I picked up speeding in the pit lane. So.
Oh, John. Oh, John. This track has taken, all the tracks this year have taken their casualties. Pace car in this lap. It's really, let's be honest here, it is Orange seeing what he can do. And then TTR and NDF, well, NDF trying to pass TTR really for this battle to see who will win. And Orange is bolted. The gap is already almost a second after T1, T2 as they enter turn 3. 1.5 seconds. Wow, is TTR even on the gas pedal here?
Looks like Orange was picking up a draft from a lapped car as well.
Yeah,
coming
one of
together
the
for him.
fastest lap cars as well. That was Debug. And look at this, as predicted. TTR pretending his car is 16 feet wide. And that is NDF around the outside. Is he going to get through? Is he going to go hunt down Orange? He's down the outside. They're side by side.
That's not enough from NDF. Wow.
That is not. Wow, that wing is costing him. We've got to say that's got to be wing on the car, slowing him on the straights. Maybe that's helping TTR. The gap is already 3.5, almost 4 seconds after just a couple of laps. Wow, this has got to be frustrating. What tactics?
TTR doing a great job to position, you know, barely not quite a car length on the inside, going slow right in the middle.
That's what we're thinking, right? Slow on the apex?
I think so.
Good on the exit. Let the car coast in. It is 6 seconds. We have, I think, 4 racing laps remaining. This might work. This is tense stuff. Orange is putting down 25.2s. TTR 26.8. Wow. Let's go. And it's Garrett O'Brien versus RT as well. There isn't just one battle. There are many.
Yeah, there's a whole queue of cars too.
They are running almost 2 seconds off the pace. And Orange, 25.2 again. TTR had to pick it up that time. 26.1. It is 7 seconds now. The cars behind TTR are starting to get wise to him. That's a bigger gap for TTR. That 8 seconds now. this race is running right till the end. Garrett O'Brien is looking down the inside of Artie. This could make 4th place. He can't make it work. He's going to have a quadruple draft here. Is it going to make a difference?
Can you speed up, Peter?
No.
He knows what he's doing. They're crossing. This looks like the last lap. It is 9.3 seconds. Orange with a 25.1. And who is that in front of him? That is John. Is that going to slow him down, or is he using him for a tow as he crosses the line? Is that MDF around the outside? Oh, I think it is. Oh, TTR's got to drop back. He doesn't have any penalties, but the other two do. We don't know what's going on.
This is one
That's the
crazy
race.
finish.
TTR's won. Wow, we got to find out the timing screen to see what on earth happened there. Wow, let's take a look at the timing screen, the race screen.
So T-Tar is our winner. Orange had 30 seconds of penalty and finished just ahead of NDF after all is said and done. Artie in 4th, and a stunning 4th place actually from a rookie who, as we mentioned, had a bit of trouble earlier this season. Garrett finished 5th, John D 6th, Debug in 7th, LeClair in 8th, Nate Delta and Shattered.Compass struggling down in 9th and 10th.
Yeah, considering those were your 2 front runners at Indy, and they were so strong here today. Wow, what could have been as we look into the Drivers' Championship, and you've got to think that's wrapped up now for TTR. 3 wins, 104 points, almost double Debug, but look, Debug, Garrett, Viltech, Orange, Nate Delta, less than 10 points, and LeClair in that battle as well. RT not too many points behind that. Really, everyone with 30 odd points is in with a shot here of getting 2nd place. Wow.
Yeah, so Viltech is the one that's lost out on that. He fell from 2nd in the championship down to 4th. Orange, huge winner, went from 10th to 5th off of this result. Yeah.
Might have won it today. As we go into the team standings, that is PPI. That is the team with Orange and TTR, and they are ahead of Team Rahal, who had 2 drivers in there today, which is Garrett O'Brien and Viltech, and Impact West close there. And then Forsyth in 4th, Human Husk Racing in 5th, Penske down in 6th, Autosport Racing with 33 points in 7th, Patrick Racing, which you've got to say is really just, I think it's just Shattered.Compass, I believe. And then Team Green, 3 points to their name. That is a midfield battle there and a top spot to fight for the last race. Thank you so much for joining us today to watch round 7.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it was good effort, man. I appreciate it, but no, I screwed myself over with the penalty. Not your fault.
Artie, you nearly gave me a heart attack there. The 2nd last lap. Wait, what just happened? I'm like so confused.
No, T-Tar was trying to back up the pack so that I could win, and then he was gonna...
That's... Oh, that's what was happening. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, I finished P1 on track too. Fuck. Yeah. I picked up that because I was wondering why the hell is T-Tar coming to my rear on the safety car. I was like, of course, Orange has a time penalty.
Yeah, I got a strange one for cutting the track without actually cutting the track. Strange. Yeah, mine was for needing fuel when that last safety car came. I heard it was a nice one. Garrett almost got me. Yeah, we got a little feisty there then. It was fun. Yeah, because T-Tar was slowing down.
I'm surprised you did that only on 3 stops.
I was planning a 3-stopper regardless. That's my first oval. Went great till a lap 111. And it became a plane.
Congrats, T-Tar. As with. Ciao.
When we're done with this, I highly recommend, if you guys haven't seen it, look up the highlights from the Milwaukee TT car race this year. Probably one of the finest short oval races I've ever seen. It's phenomenal, let's put it that way.